To find really good opportunities to help users can be really challenging. And I think that's probably the thing you spend the most amount of time on to do it right and to find really good areas to attack. If it's about how they get to work, it's understanding why they get to work and what they value as they get to work and what they're concerned about as they get to work, and understanding their human emotions around that. And from there, it's trying to figure out what questions do you need to ask to figure out about this space. What do you need to think about? And you can make a big list of questions. And there may not be even specific questions to ask a user, but to ask yourself as a designer. And then as you start to answer those questions, you begin to divine out where the interesting places are to start kind of a typical research activity. A great technique is using the 5 whys process, where you can see any activity that the user is doing and try to ask, why are they doing that? And as you keep asking why are they doing that thing that led to that first activity and go back and back, you get closer to understanding their human needs. Trying to do that can be really challenging, and it requires some practice. But the more you do it, the better you get. And soon you'll be able to understand really what's motivating someone and how do I use different questions to inspire different thinking. Once you've finished your research and you want to try to understand what the opportunities are and what the kind of needs are of the user, it can be a complicated process. There are different ways you can think about this. One way is to go through everything and try to feel out where there are gaps, where you know that this person could benefit from a solution. One way to do that is to look at what they do and to analyze how they feel about what they're doing and look for areas that they've identified as problem spaces. Right there you can start seeing, are there opportunities for you to use an existing technology or solution that you know about? And if there aren't, that's a great place to do some research, to figure out where you can learn about that space to help them. Another thing you can do is to examine what they do and try to figure out what are the things that you resonate with. Where do you feel that there's an opportunity, and try to impose some ideas about how they can change what they're doing in different ways. So if you see someone doing something where you think, oh, I would have done it differently, why aren't they doing it this way? That's where you can understand more about the user and do some more research with the user to figure out maybe they aren't aware of something. Maybe they were taught to do something in a way that's not valuable. Maybe we can change their thinking. Maybe we can do it either obviously, like an instruction manual does, or subconsciously, the way a really good product might just make you change your behaviors.